Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, and full of worldly strife.
Natasha! Oleg! Hope you didn't have to wait too long.
Oh, it's them.
You kids move fast. By the look on your faces, I assume you come bearing good news?
Mm-hmm. You bet. You might not believe this, but we summoned up all our strength and then... maybe he should do the talking. I'm no good at serious stuff. I'll probably say something I'll regret.
The Supreme Guardian sacrificed herself to seal the Stellaron. We were there at the fight. We witnessed everything.
Sacrificed herself, huh? Sure, yeah, that's the whole story.
Cocolia. In order to save Belobog, she... I see.
So the massive tremors we felt earlier were a result of the battle, right?
Thank you. I can't even imagine what you've been through up there. I'm just glad everything turned out all right. What about Zila?
Don't worry, she's all right. It took a big toll on Branya, so Zila took her over to the guards.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you're all okay.
Now that
Ya,
Cocolia is no more,
ya era hora, Diosito
I guess
Santo.
our
¿Cuánto
Silver
tiempo
Maid
estuve
girl is
hablando
about
yo
to become our
solo?
Supreme Guardian? She sees things through and doesn't go back on her word. The underworld will thrive again.
Oye, cuando no estoy atento a las cosas.
Oh, we brought you a message from Branya. The blockade will soon be lifted. The people of the underworld will breathe freely.
Breathe freely. been our wish all along.
Ella tendrá nuevo video de Resident Evil, chicos.
Can I ask for your help again? I want to get this news out to everyone. It'll lift their spirits and bring them hope. Thank you. Choose whoever you like. Wildfire will take care of the rest.
We've gotten to know a lot of Underworlders. Who do you think we should start with?
Por Hook.
Roger that. You can leave the rest to us. If everything goes smoothly, this should be Wildfire's final mission. Those kids
Muy bien.
better not have taken advantage of the chaos to go on it.
Ahí hay un jefe, me cago en todo. ¿Estará aquí arriba?
48, 49, 50. Found you! You ran all the way out here just to play hide and seek? It's too dangerous.
Miss March, didn't you go back to the surface?
Since when did I become Miss March? And where's Hook and the others? Come on, call them over.
We just started playing. Can't we finish this round first?
Seasoned pros, I see.
Hey, it wasn't like I wanted to play. The kids forced us to.
Actually, I sort of want to go play on the swings for a while.
Huevón. Definitivamente están aquí, así que... Ah, ya te vi.
Hook! Got you again. Huh? What the heck are you guys doing here? Oh, wait till I get my hands on Julian. What about your integrity, huh? You brought the other kids out here to Rivet Town, didn't you? I did not. The moles hold a vote on all our expedition destinations. Fine, I will. But it better be exciting. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's go. Hide and seek update. Astral Express Crew 2, the Mole 0. Celebrate while you can. Hide and seek is best at 5, you know. Anyway, enough about hide and seek. You came all this way to tell the moles something, so spit it out. Do you want to do the honors? Uh-huh. What's wrong? Why aren't you saying anything? Hook. Julian. Hey! Wipe your tears, Julian! You're second in command. No crying in front of grown-ups. You three, listen up. Starting from today, you are the mole's #1 rivals! Rivals? Why the heck are we rivals now? What are you talking about? Hook and Julian always wanted to defeat the villains on the surface and take back our homeland.
Ah,
But it sounds like you
Niñas.
stole their thunder, so... You think we're gonna accept defeat just like that? One day, the moles will be the heroes of the underworld and the overworld. Then everyone will sit and... yeah! Sit up and take notice! I would have figured it out myself.
ya, deja llorar.
So that's why you were so silent. If you want to be as awesome as us, you better start training every day.
Ya, mucho texto.
And start listening to Natasha.
Training every day? Listening to the old war? Will that really make us as awesome as you guys? In that case, deal! Jillian, Alina, let's run back to the town. Training starts today.
Yes, boss. Understood. Alina, I can give you a piggyback if you can't make.
No, ese chico quería hacer otra cosa. Familia del expreso C.
Mr. Yang put it nicely, but the reality is this. We sealed the Stellaron, but that's not gonna solve the problems on this planet.
Es normal que no todo se pueda
There I
solucionar al
was getting
momento.
excited to tell everyone the good news.
That's the cruelty of a Stellaron. Still, compared with some of the other planets we visited,
So, should we tell everyone the deal?
we should tell Branya when the time's right. Let's not dampen the spirit just yet.
Repasa recuerdos de las batallas de enemigos poderosos y consigue materiales de rastros y conoce los poco comunes. Ecos de la guerra. Regresa con Natacha. Con Natacha.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
Oh, is everyone all right? Thanks for your help. Sometimes face-to-face communication is more meaningful, don't you think?
¿Quién
Now
sabe?
we just have to wait for the official news. I hope Rania doesn't keep us too long.
Huh. Do you think Svarog and Clara felt the effects of our battle with the Guardian?
I think they'll be fine. Plus, Svarog's devotion to Clara is even greater than his hostility to Wildfire. If you're worried, you could look for them over at the robot settlement.
Outsiders. Friends of Clara.
How did you know that was Perkins?
Thank you for rescuing Clara.
Seems like Perkins picked up a stammer.
Its language module must have malfunctioned. Can you take us to Clara?
Outsiders are friends of Clara. Follow me.
You have visitors, Clara.
Oh, it's the variables.
There was a huge shaking just now coming up through the ground. Mr. Svarog said it must have been...
Recalculating. Conclusion. Engine of creation. 97.66% probability. The engine of creation was an immense construction machine created by the architects. It was not built to fight.
Ok.
Well, whatever. We won. Thanks to that giant robot, we were finally able to take care of the Stellaron. And Branya made a promise. The underworld and the overworld will soon be reunited. Which means that you, Svarog, you won't have to worry about preserving the underworld for the time being.
March, everyone, thank you so much. I wasn't sure you guys would be able to do it, but...
Haz confianza.
But now... Mr. Svarog, what do you say? You guys said you were travelers from other worlds, right? I want to be just like you. One day, I'm gonna go traveling to faraway places and make new friends.
Clara es del permanente, ¿verdad?
Calculation result. Update. Mission number 0001. Preserve the underworld. Complete.
Bien. A ver. ¿Quiere hacer una junta de té con nosotros? ¡Huevo! Déjame leer. No pensé que fuera la chica que usara emojis.
Quick as a flash.
She certainly moves a lot faster than some people I know.
If you haven't got anything nice to say right now,
Villa Roca.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
You made it. I thought you were about to miss out on a moment of history.
no way. After all our hard work, how could we miss out on the final celebration, right?
I smell it too. For Oleg and I, not to mention the other adults, reopening the passageway means rediscovering old ways of living. Return to normality. Survival is no longer the top of the agenda. But for the children who were born into this era, who grew up in this isolation, this will be a new life altogether. Once you've tasted freedom, it's difficult to accept a life of separation and isolation. Those of us whose childhoods were marred by tragedy, we must strive to do better for the next generation. I'm sorry. Here I am talking your ear off again. This is a day to remember. We should welcome it with smiles. If you have time, talk to the folks here. Every one of them will tell you about their excitement. Then when you're ready, let's go home.
Finally, I can get back to supervising the cable cars. Ah, it's you, the liberators of the underworld. You're the first passengers we've had since being sealed off. I'm afraid you might have to make an exception, mister. My license has expired, but... So, ready to... Brothers, sisters, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, gather round. The cable car passenger service is about to restart.
Whoa! Look at the big blue ceiling!
That's not a ceiling, Hook. That's the sky.
So this is the overworld? The air here smells different.
Less rust and geomarrow particles floating around. Take a deep breath, children. This is what freedom tastes like. I never thought I'd live to see the administrative district again. All those years. We've been through a lot, Natasha.
You're right, Oleg. It's funny. The moment I boarded the cable car, my mind was filled with everything I wanted to do on the surface. But now, I just want to sit down, zone out, and watch the people coming and going. And let the day just pass me by.
Enjoy the peace and quiet, Natasha. We earned it.
Sí, definitivamente se lo han ganado.
It's Japard! Is he here to meet us?
¿Vienes a molestarnos otra vez?
Trailblazers.
Trailblazers. First time anyone's called us that on this planet.
Era ahora, un poco de respeto, por favor.
The architects think it's only right that we should address you properly. Outsiders is hardly fitting anymore. Please allow me to apologize again for what happened in the restricted zone. You were only trying to help. I should have trusted Serval's judgment. Thanks for understanding. Lady Bronya's inaugural address will begin soon. She asked me to pass on her invitation to you.
Huh? That's sooner than I expected. Is she well enough to...
Not really. But Lady Bronya insisted on delivering the speech as soon as possible. She wants the people to understand what happened. The address will be held at Everwinter Monument. I hope the three of you can find time to attend.
Sin problema, que pasa. Tesoro. ¿Y eso qué fue? No hagas eso en la calle.
Look, there's a crowd gathering over there. Is the address starting soon?
Looks like it. Bronya hasn't arrived yet, though. Let's find somewhere to wait.
Guards, formation!
Whoa, this must be it.
Citizens of Belobog, I kindly ask for your attention. Lady Bronya Rand's inaugural address will begin shortly. Please remain orderly.
People of Belobog, hear me. Today we gather here to celebrate our victory, but it was a sacrifice made by a mighty guardian that delivered us this opportunity. She dispelled an evil that cost us 700 years of suffering. And in the process, she paid the ultimate price. The sacrifice of Kokolia Rand ushers in a new chapter. The blizzard beyond the walls will die away, and the offensives of our Silvermane guards will begin to contain the Fragmentum's advance. In the far north, I witnessed with my own eyes the struggle between the late Supreme Guardian and the evil power that sought to destroy us. In her last moments, the Supreme Guardian told me her greatest regret. The order to seal off the underworld from the overworld. With the passage of time, she gradually came to realize the consequences of that decision. Although tortured with guilt, she could not undo the damage. In her final moments, she wanted us to mark the Stellaron's end by reuniting Belobog. Overworlders and Underworlders must embrace the dawn of a new age. People of the Underworld, I dare not ask for your forgiveness. I now know the reality of your decade of suffering.
Pongan
I want
atención.
us to work together. We know that without your
Mínimo, el
perseverance,
prota es
our
menso, pero mínimo sí, pues, sí
Belobog
muestra
will not
respeto al
recover its
escuchar.
full glory. And the seed of civilization will not be preserved.
Sobre todo
And
tú,
on that
Ángel.
note, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to a few guests of the city. Most of you were not aware of their arrival. But it is thanks to them that our world now flourishes with hope. They made me realize that while we remain focused on preserving the ground beneath our feet, we should not forget to look up into the sky. I firmly believe that with the determination of everyone, our world, the world the Trailblazers call Yarilo 6, will no longer be alone among the stars. But before we accomplish that goal, I humbly ask you to follow me into the future. I, Bronya Ren, the 19th Guardian of Belobog, hereby take my oath.
Lady Bronya! Lady Bronya! Long live Belobog!
Bronya, we're back.
March, Don Hung, and you. It's wonderful you made it to the address. Sorry, I know the invitation was very last minute, but I needed to get the news out as soon as possible. The longer people waited, the more rumors started to swirl. The situation risked spinning out of control. Yes, I'm fine now, don't worry. My mother... she tried to force the voice of the Stellaron into my head. It was a terrible feeling. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't shown up.
That was some speech, Bronya. If I had to talk like that in front of a huge crowd, I'd be shaking head to toe.
It was all just a bunch of palatable lies. I hope you never have a similar experience, March. I prefer to be honest with the people. But I also want to preserve their hope.
Don Hung, wanna talk about Mr. Yang's findings?
Allow me to explain.
Which means the fragmentum has already taken root by this point. Even though the Stellaron is sealed, we won't be able to reverse the damage immediately. No need for apologies. You've gone out of your way to save this world. You nearly lost your life. I have no right to ask for more. Besides, I agree with Mr. Yang. Ultimately, the fate of Belobog is in the hands of its own people. In that case, as a leader, I must give you a promise of the same weight. We will hold out with everything we have until the day you Trailblazers return. Even if it takes another 700 years, the children of Yarilo 6 will look up to the sky with hope in their hearts. So long, my friends. May the preservation bless your journey.
Probablemente Cindy ya se haya regresado con Natasha.
Congrats! That was one heck of a first trailblazing expedition.
Worth celebrating, I'd say. 2.5?
What? That run of the mill, huh?
My scoring criteria are different from yours.
Anyway, we should be asking you. equally unforgettable, I'm sure. Anyway, don't worry about the future. Live in
Muy
the
cierto,
moment.
Marzo.
Let's go for one more round in the administrative district. I want to take more photos.
Espero que no me lo pidas en serio. Ornamentos. Ah, ya se desbloquearon. Muy bien. El tiempo no espera, amigo mío. ¿Y cuándo sale mi jefe? Ah, ya lo puedo tener, pero tengo el mapa bloqueado, me cago en todo. Ya veo por qué el título de la misión se me hacía tan
Anya
conocido.
said she's willing to wait 700 years for us. Here we are, Everwinter Monument. Oh, Pela and Hook are here too. Let's. Okay, where to next? Oh, we haven't seen Serval since we got back. Let's head to the workshop.
Who's there? Didn't your parents tell you to knock before? It's you three. Come on in. I was just talking to Clara about you.
How have you been, big brother? Miss Serval's workshop is amazing. There are all kinds of things.
Miss Serval? Clara is such a well-mannered kid. Meanwhile, the architect's children are still calling me auntie and making me feel old. Photo? This feels like one of my fan meetups. Anyway, for you guys, I do autographs for free.
Photo. Oh, I remember. When I was little, Mr. Svarog took a photo for...
Over here, Clara. Want to learn some cool poses?
A ver, posen. A huevo.
Wow, that's pretty great. I wish the photographers at my shows had your skills.
Soy buenísimo.
Huh? Am I really not sure? I thought...
Don't worry. If you eat like Don Hung, you'll be as tall as...
Ah, caray.
I'll let that slip.
Ok, el parecer de Ángel es un dragón.
A little farewell gift from the Astral Express.
Huh? You're leaving so soon? I understand. Well, this photo will always be close to my heart. I'll make a copy for you too, Clara.
Thanks, Miss Serval. Big brother, March, Danhung. Thanks for taking care of me. If you have time, please come back and visit me and Mr. Svarog.
No se preocupen.
That's enough sightseeing and photo taking to last me a while. Time to head back to the Goethe Hotel for a good night's sleep.
We can sleep when we're back on the express.
Not so fast. Last time we were here, that evil Madam Guardian interrupted us before we'd gotten the most out of our luxury suites. Come on. Himeko and Mr. Yang are grown-ups. I'm sure they'll cope without us for one night. Besides, don't you want to chit-chat with the locals now that Belobog is full of life again?
No.
I know I do.
¿En serio me va a obligar? No manches, tengo que terminar el directo. No tengo tanto tiempo hoy. Y este juego es una biblia. Y luego me pregunto, luego, ¿por qué Genshin Impact está cagándola? Sin incidentes esta vez. Hasta la pica, yo no creo eso.
At the end of your journey, all that perplexes you and troubles you will resolve.
Oh, it was a close thing, all right. Good thing it dawned on me. Hey, Sampo doesn't have to be a protagonist, right? Turns out the Astral Express crew is more fun than I expected. You liked it? Really? Told you so. No, no. I'm in no hurry to leave. What? Oh, Epsilon? What fun can you get out of a giant Vanity Fair like that? True happiness always entails the manifestation of the dignity of mankind. Well, bye for now. Send my regards to the guys and girls in the tavern. Oh, and don't forget to say that Sempo Kuski will catch them for the next one. Time to make my curtain call. To you, my dear audience, I dedicate my performance. You don't have to answer that, but if the answer is no,
Me está rompiendo la cuarta pared.
then you'll break my...
Hijo de perra, rompió la cuarta pared.
Back to the express. Time to find.
Morning! How did you sleep? I'm full of energy myself. Oh, copycat-itis still has no cure, I see.
Did you get Himiko's message? It's time to go. The conductor will nag us again if we put the express behind schedule.
Yeah. Well, pack your souvenirs and stuff. Back home we go. Here we are at last.
Nothing lasts forever. You'll stop feeling sad the moment you set foot on the express.
Hey! I'm not that heartless, you know.
Priorities? What do you mean? Are you saying rebuilding the underworld isn't one of your priorities?
Of course not. I'm just saying we have limited assets and we need new parameters.
Assets, parameters. You sure love your fancy words. Forget it. Leave it to me. I'll go down myself.
Come on, Sela. I won't leave you to—
Look, Rania! There'll be plenty of difficulties waiting for them, right?
Yes. Their future is filled with even more uncertainty than ours. But we will prevail here, even if it means arguments like this go on forever.
They won't go on forever if I win them.
Welcome home, you three.
No, pero no me voy a tirar el video.
Back from duty. Mission 1 accomplished.
La última vez, en el segundo directo, donde ya estamos en el tren, me lo tiraron.
I can tell you worked hard to bring things back to normal. Well done, everybody. And especially you. I heard a lot of good things about you. I'd say it's a solid 5 stars.
Get some rest on the express. Eurilo 6 was not an easy ride. Pom-Pom is of the opinion that we should leave as soon as possible to avoid potential resurgences of the anomalies we experienced earlier. Himiko and I agree.
which means we need to decide where our next destination is.
That's right.
That's the path of the nameless, I presume. Always on the road, always trailblazing. I'm not complaining, by the way. One adventure after another, that's exactly what I signed up for.
Looks like March has fallen in love with the way of the nameless. That's good to hear. You can head back to your rooms for some rest, or stay here and make yourselves a cup of coffee, whichever you like.
I'll head back to my room then.
Adiós.
There I was thinking this guy would gradually open up.
We need to give him some time, March. I think he treasures the time spent with you guys. About your battle against the Supreme Guardian and the whole Stellaron situation. While you were away, Weld and I did some research and came to some interesting conclusions. Let me know if you want to ask about anything.
Muy bien.
Home sweet home. Mr. Yang and Himeko must be bored given how long our train... Had to stay here.
Muy bien. Bueno chicos, pues hasta aquí será el directo del día de hoy. Espero que como siempre les haya gustado mucho. Sé que el directo es corto, pero es que hoy no tenía tanto tiempo. Tuve que preparar el directo el video de Resident Evil, que lo cual me tomó mucho tiempo. Y también recuerden que está el mantenimiento de Honkai Star Rail para nuestra versión, por lo que también se me fue ahí el tiempo. Pues bueno, tú déjame jugar, me cago en todo. Y pues bueno, muchas gracias a todos los que estuvieron dentro del directo. En serio, se los agradezco mucho.